no romancing. Got my baby and she right, she make you vanish. No time to play, got book dates. Had a plan, only had to wait. Always knew I'd make a way. Send a bill, they send a pay. Keep it real, keep the record straight. Keep it real, no time to fake. All authentic in my own lane. I am me till I'm in the grave. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. Ooh, never panic. Get a worry, send it up and then advantage. Yeah, I can't stand it. Out of all the way you move and see you scrambling. On offense, no defense. Stood strong, no weakness. Used to say I wouldn't beat this. Now they wish they could beat this. Tables set, not tables turn. God's plan, don't say a word. Know the price, cause I know my worth. My time, get what I deserve. Trendsetter, I got style for you. Ain't seen you at the top, it's been a while for you. Big you up and they look down on you. Take one loss, no one's around for you. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop. I won't stop, no, 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 no. I won't stop, I won't stop.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hi Jordan, you are first. You are correct. Welcome back. Sorry, I said I was going to go live tonight, but some things are coming up, and I got time before I got to meet up with the wife. So we figured go live now. So I'm getting some invites accepted. So I'm going to knock out my my events. So these are going to be pretty quick. I know they're not the most fun thing for us to watch, but this setup actually is kind of, it's taken some, especially with the tees being messed up, or the flag for pointing at the pin is wrong on all of these all of a sudden. So it's a little more fun than normal on a par 3, but for the most part they are pointed at the hole. So we're going to knock these out and then get some invites in. I have to be done by 5:30 though. So we got 2 hours. So we might not play all of these right now, but we'll play a couple of them at least. Sorry, I'm trying to get invites accepted here too. I wasn't expecting to go live right now. Maybe, but I definitely got some stuff to do with the wife, and then I got to get out and play some commercial tonight. I mean, it's all fun and games to play these at home, but it's not getting me anything. So I gotta convert some money over from player account over to cash. Sorry, getting almost done here. Two more to accept. Really look at it, like oopsie daisy. And I've got a new prescription, and it's got me a little bit twerky, kind of, if that's a word, you know, like kind of jerky. So let's see if I can use my thumbs well. I don't know, but the pins being offset means that thumbing isn't going to be that much of an issue. First time I touched the ball today. Let's see how we hit it. Not bad. We're okay with that. Oh, hey, Justin. How you doing, bud? Yeah, so somebody made a post saying about Worlds only being qualified for on PGA. I think it would be a good idea. I haven't quite heard that yet. Oh, nice, Dylan. Get at it. But I haven't heard that. I haven't heard that officially. But it's been contact. I haven't really talked to anybody since before the break. Now, I don't mind. I think it should be. But unfortunately, if it is that, I'm going to take a home edition spot, which I don't like doing, but I don't have another PGA anywhere near me to play me. Yes, Justin, yes. Okay, so with this I was actually talking with Kevin on this. I started going through the list of all the holes that were offset, and then I realized it was might have been easier to figure out which ones weren't offset. And I said, you know what, Kevin? This is a systemic thing. It's not something you guys did. It's a piece of code that changed everything. So telling you what holes are bad isn't gonna do anything. It's just a waste of my time. And they figured it out pretty quick. The problem is, and I think this is where Justin is why the hell does it take a couple of weeks to put a fix out? That doesn't make any sense. That's bad. That's not good. You figure something out and you can't rectify it for a couple of weeks. That got me. So I kind of agree with you here, man. That's just not. It's not good. Money. Oh, I thought I ultraed that shit. Hi, Adam. How are you? Buffalo! From a past life. Worth on a bad night. Oh, yeah. Well, I'm waiting to have a talk. I'm waiting for Adam to be available to speak to. When stuff goes wrong, he goes on to a pay no mind. He doesn't answer. He doesn't answer me very much. But this last one I sent him was pretty funny. So. No L. Well, at this rate, I mean, if you bring the courses up, look. It was always a joke, soon, yada, yada, all that stuff, but the joke's starting to not be funny. And I really would like to be a part of the solution. Oh, because of new tee boxes? Yeah, I didn't know. But, stuff like this, yeah. Yeah, see, that people are thinking that is offset for sure. We can follow the pointer right now, and you can see the strip on the fairway lines up with the strip here the whole way through, and the pin's to the left, and my tee box is to the right. We're on different colored squares. So now this, and then the tee box angle, yeah, this is definitely not right, but... like Pippin. Oh, big Pippin. I'm with you though, Justin. It didn't. But I'm a solutions-based guy. I don't like to get mad. Well, Adam, I think they're all going to cave tonight, and I honestly was starting to. I had a little bit of respect for Matt Gates for having a backbone. I don't want McCarthy either. That guy just changes which way the wind's blowing because he wants power. Yeah, no. See, that I don't. I don't. I don't like seeing changes like that aren't intentional, especially, and that's more of the problem. That it wasn't intentional. That scares me. When things like this happen that isn't intentional and nobody there recognizes it, that bothers me. That tells me that we're not playing the game enough, but we're making the decisions on developing it. But apparently in the test environment, though, they aren't offset. And this is multiple times that a test environment has shown different than the regular environment. It tells me that you don't have a testing environment then. It's pretty simple. But fortunately, these are the kind of things that, hi Mike. These are the kind of things that my skill set actually matches with perfectly. So I'd love to be a big part of the solution, to be honest with you. And I'm hoping we get to that. Bowling so hard like I'm There's gravy bowling hard like the fucking Flint Tropics, baby. Woo! But well, we're not going to. I'm not going up until very early Saturday morning, Billy. So me and Chad Fisher from here are driving up. Jason Graham, my man, how you doing, buddy? I don't see you in here very often. That's awesome. I love having you, though. I miss you, buddy. We had a good time down in Texas. Clean. Miss. So I'll get up there Saturday morning, and I was hoping to drive back Saturday night, but Chad got a hotel room, so we're just going to stay Saturday night. So if you guys are there, I guess I'm going to have to be drinking a little bit. Now I got to play, because, I mean, with the normal group, it's just got to play with Kinsler and B-Rob. That's weird to say for me now, too. Brandon Robinson's playing his little ass off lately. Good for him. See, like this one, it looks like it's not offset, but it is. That's offset. So you got to play this a little differently. A straight thumb shot wouldn't get in. Well, you should say things. So walk over. We still got to get... You pay my fee. Like you say, la fee. I still can't get over Young Gravy. He cracks me up. All of the songs are awesome. Oh, that's good, though. You guys, we got to get out and play tonight. So now back to the original thing. I'm hearing that there was like Nick Cornelius made a post saying that he's hearing rumors that Worlds will be, you have to, the only way to qualify for Worlds this year is going to be on a PGA machine. That's interesting. I like it. I like it in the fact that it's going to force people to get the product. But not telling us until this late doesn't really help them get any benefit out of it. Like, nobody's going to be able to get a machine right now for their people to qualify on. So, the theory's great, and I like it, and I really think once more people start playing the PGA, more people are going to realize how much better of a piece of equipment it is. That being said, like I said, the lateness of the news is not going to do what the intended point of doing that is to get more people switched over to PGA. Now you're just going to draw people's business from different vendors to different vendors. That doesn't make sense to me. But that's just a rumor. This is not set in stone yet, so that was just somebody making a rumor. Hey, Jason. So, yeah, that's the point, though. It's supposed to get you guys to force the vendors into buying them. Which they honestly should, guys. There's nothing about this machine that isn't better than the original. It's just better. There's nothing else to say about it. Yeah. Let me say on me. Free baby, pay my fee. Yeah, it was a thought, but it wasn't. Nothing has been set in stone yet. But that tells me too that there's going to be a lot more partnership. That's another thing too. That's got to get changed. Or I mean, I know we were working on a national kickback program instead. where it's just done automatically, like your vendor doesn't have a choice kind of thing. That would be excellent. And that would charge everybody to play more games. And I'm for it. Oh, Marcus, how you doing, buddy? Happy holidays to you. I missed you guys. It's going well. As well as it can be, I guess. I don't know. I'll just say that it's going well. I don't know. Tomorrow it could be doing shitty. Today's been a good day, and that's all I can go with, right? Oh, wrong button. But Justin will agree. Now that he's got his PGA machine at home, he would. I'm sure he'll readily say that this is much better. The piece of equipment is much better. Tell Nikki I love her too, Marcus. It's not just you. See, that's why I don't bring my wife around a lot of tournaments and things, because people will like her more than me. Marcus, prime example. Everybody loves your wife. I don't know about you, sir. Let me make sure this thing's working. Mwah! There you go. All right. That I don't think is going to happen yet, Justin. They haven't been released long enough for that to be a thing. What the? Trust me, there is a lot of ways to drive up sales. No, it's definitely not a thing. Gameplay-wise, for me, what I did find, though, one of my problems was the way that I stand changed a little bit on PGA. And it's just, it's a little minute thing. Like, I'd occasionally catch a flare on a putt, but that was also because I was kind of messed up while I was playing, too, in Texas. So, who knows? Who knows? We'll get it, though. But yeah, the gameplay different. Like I mean, tonight I'll go out and play commercial again, and this will be my first test because I haven't played Legacy since Dallas. Yeah, I was catching flyers though because of where I was standing. Like I missed. I really feel like I don't miss many putts at all anymore on PGA. Yeah, the buttons. Yeah, the buttons really on PGA. The only thing you do sometimes I'll still hit the options button. And on commercial, I can't find the buttons for a few bits. I thought it was going to be the other way around. Like, I'd miss the buttons more on PGA. No, on Legacy. I keep saying commercial. I mean Legacy. Sorry, I was running around all day, so I just jumped in here. No, they were a couple. That's a whole nother scenario, dude. We don't want to get into that. We don't want to get into the PGT going with the machines. We talked about it a little bit last time, but hopefully there can come to some commonality and an agreement there. Hey, Cordy, thank you, sir. You too. I mean, my personal opinion is that money should be written off somewhere by IT to use it as an advertising budget, as part of advertising, because that, I mean, let's be honest, that's their best form of advertising, right? Really. How do you put pressure on the vendors more than their people that are using their vendors' machines saying, hey, we need these new machines because that's all we play on now at tournaments? That little bit of pressure will be great. No. Justin always got jokes. Jokes. All right, we need holdouts, guys. We need to start dialing it in here. Shit. Yeah. I'm with you, man. The time frames, the giving on things. If I'm them, I stop giving out time frames because does anybody remember the last time one was met? I really don't, and that's not a good thing. Like that, give a calendar of what's happening, and the only things on it are what happened that day. That's it. That's the only thing that can be on it. And it makes me sad, too, because I know... Look, we all know him. Said about being able to try to qualify for Worlds on Legacy. We don't... It hasn't been announced yet, so I don't want to be one that speculates. And I don't have any insider information. I have heard that there was a thought that it would be only on PGA. That you'd had to be on a PGA GT rather than a Legacy cabinet. And that might be part of it being World Championships, and that tells me that if that's the case, that tells me that PGA is going to have a lot more involvement. I know the tournament itself is definitely on PGA machines. That I can guarantee you 100%. So if you haven't been playing a PGA and you have the opportunity to start doing it now, you're going to end up liking it more. It looks better. It plays better. It does. Hi, Brent. How you doing, young lady? Oh, I picked up one of the hand warmers, too. It's helping out a lot in my basement. It's not cold down here, but my hands get dry, so it makes them sweat a little bit, and that's nice. Come on. This hole drives me crazy because the brown stuff is first cut. I don't understand that. No accuracy yet, man. We're going to have to dial this in a bit more. But like I said, I'm a little twitchy, jittery today. No, there's not much difference at all. Little bit of positioning stuff, like how everything's laid out. It takes a little bit getting used to. Other than that, no, not hard. Not too bad at all. God. And now this sticky sand causes you not to be able to get out of the bunker. Yeah, that ball shouldn't have stopped there. It should have rolled down to the middle of the trap like designed to do, and then you can hit a sand wedge out. But now I'm stuck against the wall. I can't do anything. Let's see. We got to try, but... Yeah, it's... PGA. Well, I don't know. I would have to assume that home edition isn't going to be the same as commercial. Yeah, no, I've been running around. I've been trying to get back to a more stable schedule, and once my classes start, I'll absolutely have it. But guys, this doesn't, I literally, only money I make on this, I mean, we're getting nothing from YouTube or anything because I'm still stuck not being a partner. I might have to change that out. I might have to just switch over to the GoldenTeeTV one, just so there's no sense in streaming and not getting any ad revenue, even though you guys got to watch the ads. It's kind of terrible, but YouTube has no way to, like, there's no way to answer it. Like, they won't answer any questions on it. I've tried and tried for over 2 years now, and my account just still says pending. No one can help. So I'm gonna have to maybe, guys, during school. Yes, I'll get a little bit of a stipend from the government for I mean my voc rehab from the military for school, but I'm gonna have to go make some money somewhere, and that might cause me to not stream as much. But if the viewers, you know where it is. I'm not here to beg, but I'm begging. Not many yet. Dylan, there's not many. Okay, there's not many people I know of that can qualify for Worlds that have a PGA Home Edition. In fact, I mean, other than Justin and myself, I don't know any others. And generally, I don't even take a Home Edition pass, but I will now because commercial won't be able to qualify because I don't have any PGAs for commercial around. I mean, I guess I could buy one and put it into one of the locations I'm at, but nope. It's really hard here in Iowa because the vendors get contracts with everyone there, so they have to get their service from who they're under contract with. Yeah, I don't know who else has PGAs. That's going to happen. That actually, I was going to do it this weekend, and then I got dragged saying, you're going to Painter Gym. They're like, okay, I'm going to Painter Gyms. That wasn't a punishment either, by the way. Going to Painter Gyms is a fun thing. There we go. There's the moisture we're looking for. I got dance moves tonight, guys. Oh, I almost fucked that up. Yeah, so, and it's going to be the first Ultimate Cycle on PGA, so it's 100 courses or more. And like I said, I wanted to do it this weekend. I wanted to do it last weekend, but I really wanted to make sure that I'm not damaging myself anymore playing Golden Tee. And it doesn't seem like I am. It seems like physical therapy with my C1 and 2 vertebrae that are causing problems now. And physical therapy is what the recommendation is. Doesn't need surgery yet, so that's good. She's concerned a bit that the vertebrae's popping out, but it's only like 2 millimeters. She said. I personally don't like it, but it explains why I was getting this burning sensation in my neck all the time. Yeah, you too, bud. Get done with work. Go play. That's what I'm feeling like right now, too. I'm wrapping up work so I can go... Oh, work. Shit. Landing out of love. And those of you who joined in on Facebook... gonorrhea, yes. Absolutely. It was actually gonosyphilitis. That's a mixture of them. You put them all in a jar, take it, done. Down enough. Oh, my thumbs are cooking right now. They're feeling good. They're going well. Yeah, I've been really trying to work on my hands, too, because they've been super dry and slick. All right, we'll take a look at it. Well, yeah, I'm going to knock these 10 out, or at least part of them. Oh, God, how do I want to do this? And then I can't hit it straight. That was in. God damn it. Yeah, see, this hole, the line on this hole has been really bad. I had one where I was faced the wrong direction on it. Like, completely opposite. I think this was one of the most holdout holes in Golden Tee history, and now it's hard with the offset. Not that hard. We got double moisture accumulating. You've been dishonored. Why did that back up that much? That was barely touched. My empire. All right, we're holding now. We're holding now. All right, 7 cut. Not lucky, I'm blessed. Yes. Yeah, see, we're going to be ahead. We'll be ahead of the second weight. I just want to make sure I wasn't missing any contests that we're closing out. So I'll knock out one more of these, and then we're going to have a bunch of invites. So we got that right. We're going to go with the 6 and cut it with bite low T. That way when I hit, as long as I hit any part of the green with the cut in that wind, it's going to check up and fight the right 10. And you get a putt at it. Yeah, just feel so alive. All right, one more of these bad boys, then we'll be ready to go. All right, we'll see if I've got a Petra. I should. I just realized something, though. There's a big invite group that I'm in. Whenever I go there, if Haas is accepted, no one else plays him except me. So, I mean, we play pretty even. Oh, come on, Chad. There he is. I thought you were selling that machine, but I'm glad you didn't, man. I love it. I love that you're still here. It's high. 160, I think. So, guys, getting in isn't going to be too hard. But I think location's going to matter. But I think I'm honestly thinking with how late this is, I think it's going to be more of an open qualifier. Right? I think it's going to be back like what we did in 08, although that was a whole bunch of games, right? Like, I think it's going to be something like that. Over the next 2 months, you've got to play 200 games, and then you're on a PGA machine, and then you're in. I think that's it. And I think that would actually work perfect with PGA, because then you're getting that many games on it. Just how everybody lives. And that's not home edition. I mean, maybe you got to have a home edition. Maybe that's also you have to have a home edition or play 200 games. You know, something like that. Because it's awfully late. I don't know how you could even finish a qualifier right now in time for people to know. Unless they do like half as many weeks but have 10 people in each time, which wouldn't be a bad thing either because then more people... Well... I mean, but most people that would be trying to do it to go to Worlds is not paying that full freight the whole time. You know, they're making back money off of it. I still remember, I want to say it was Adam that called me, or it was either Adam or Duffer Dan. But once there was a qualifier back for... I want to say it was for regionals that you had to play in this 90-day window. You had to play 100 games. Yeah, I think it's end of May or June. That's exactly where I'm at too. But you had to play 100 games in 60 days. And I remember getting a call the day it opened. Me and Steve Miller out of Chicago. At the time it started, we did it, and we played 24 straight hours through the night, going from bar to bar in Chicago. And one of them, it was Duffer Dan or Adam, called and said, "You do realize that you and Steve Miller qualified twice already, right?" And I was like, "Oh, no shit. Yeah, we pumped through about..." Maybe. You could be, but who knows? But, yeah, we qualified twice the first night, and I think I was at like 130 games that day. They were like, Jesus Christ. I'm not going to say we didn't have any substances that helped, but it might have been that way. We were young then. We were young. We were young and dumb. got to start putting the biscuit in the basket. Do is some new shit. I would like to think it's not that. I would like to think it starts like next week, because otherwise the time isn't just gonna. The time just doesn't add up. Oh. All right, thumbs are a little short for me on this, because that's going to land pin high with only a 5 out. Let's just pull it back. Let's see if we can get the cut goes right. Nope, overcut it. When is it? When is it, Mike? Yeah, no. Nope. Chad, it's funny because you're not off par with what the thought might be with it. No, not at all. They won't do that. In between Wisconsin and Florida, what month? It's all going to depend on schedule with school. Would I love to? Absolutely. I get jealous every one of your silly pictures you guys shoot. I definitely got to see. I can't say anything else with that. Really? Okay, yeah, let me know. I don't have any dates that are no's, but I want to see, honestly, Mike, everything, before every other time I've been in school, I've let everything else take priority and school be secondary. And I really want to just throw 4.0 up. You know, I want to focus on that. I hope everybody can understand that. That I prioritize everything else ahead of that before, and I don't want to do that this time. I mean, I always never fail any classes, but I just don't ever care. But I always say how smart I am. Now I want to document. I want to document and prove it. No, it's not going to be there. I don't want to get... Hi, Missy. I even do it when he doesn't ask, Missy. It's okay. Ah. Yeah, gotta prove the intelligence. In fact, Missy, I typically ignore him and say, "Oh, how's Missy?" It's typical. Want you to know that you are really special. Oh, wow, oh, wow, oh, wow. Just want you to know that you are really special. There we go. That's the best hello I could give. That's all I got. That's all I got. Yeah, no, I think we're getting to the point where we're going to see a lot more PGA involvement with everything, too. Which is good. I just don't think they have enough hands. I don't think they have enough hands available. IT, that is, for everything that they're trying to do. I know. The first time I was going to go and actually do an event with them, though, I get COVID from, I think that was from Nashville. We all got COVID. I got COVID in Nashville, and I was supposed to be at TPC Deer Run with them because it's pretty close. And I didn't get to go. I was pissed. I wanted to hit the fringe. Actually, I'm glad I didn't. I forget that fringe isn't too big. And then that bounce goes in the sand and you're screwed. Oh, Lemon's got the two better. Let's catch him. Let's catch him. We got to ace both of these. Nope. Oh God, Chad! If you would have known the thing we were planning for, we had some really big plans during the pandemic that it kind of fell through. Money went away. Then the money that was already promised, that person kind of took off. But it was very similar to that. But the pro-am, but I mean with some where we were the pros and they were the amateur players, but they were big name people. It just sucked. It fell through. People, I mean, we all know that people exaggerate something, but the money was part of it. Part of it was there. Like, I mean, it was sitting in an escrow account waiting. Then he disappeared. All right, let's go. Let's look at the games. We can play those all the time. Yes, I am sure. All right, what do we got? We're going to invites. Somebody wants to see Petra. I'm sure I have a Petra. Oh, we do. Perfect. We're playing it. Wow, Paul Luna with it. Okay, so now my typical bag is either an 8.5 and 9.5. One of those two, 10.5, 3 wood, 4 wood, 5 wood, 6 wood, 9 wood, 4 iron, 7, 8, 9 G wedge. I dropped the 4 wood on Petra just to have a 3 hybrid for the 1 archway hole early. Last year's I didn't need it. I was just cutting down a 5 wood even or anything higher. It was too hard or too untenable to make the drive. You had to hit a driver, and I would fly it sometimes or cut it into the wall. That's a good C3. But see, this is where I'm telling you guys, it's more of a finesse shot now than a hammer shot. Yes, of course, you still have to hit it hard enough to get that speed, but if you hit it too hard, you're ending up outside of the 3 and the ball doesn't start reading until it comes down. Plus, I feel like going directionally, it has to wait for the Mac to come down from its max. Like, it's not reading until it comes back down slower. And when you're on the sides like that, coming down slower, the reading can't be nearly as high as hitting straight to 142. But like I said, I haven't come up with, as soon as I have it down to 100% science on it, where I'm doing it every single time, then I will definitely tell you guys. But that's the way I'm getting my best result with my A1s and C3. Hitting them a little softer than what I used to. So he's saying hole 13. Big man. Oh, okay, I know which one you're talking about. Oh, wow, sweet. What are we? Hi. Yeah, you probably just, little trackballs are different, so it might also be where you're standing. It could be the height of your machine is a little higher or lower. I know that happens to me a lot. Like, I've had to learn not to adjust my home edition to the height that I want it because it's too high for most people. So when I'd go to tournaments, I'd be missing the ball. So I had to get more comfortable, kind of hunch it down a little bit. So we got the 3 hybrid, so this isn't really anything, but this is going to be coming through kind of hot. Oh, Adam, stop it. Thank you, sir. I appreciate it. Wow, I hit that way softer than I wanted. 73. That's kind of weak. And that was one of those ones where I got to get in between myself on it. All right, 10. So that's a 5 wind from here. I tell you guys that a 9 wind moves a 9 iron basically 1 turn. That, obviously right at the right distance. So is this one going to turn enough from here with a 5 wind? No. Is it going to turn enough from here? I think so. So we're going to go low T. Since I'm low T, I'm going to push it back a little bit right, and I think this goes in. Okay, straight there. Hopefully that showed you guys something, though, because that tells me that 5-mile-per-hour wind turns a low G wedge from the far right. Now, we can't judge off of that, but we know that it can turn it enough. Can't judge off of that mainly because I low-teed it for one, and that's really the biggest change. That's really it. I low-teed it. That's it. Go now. All right, so I'm going to get a whole bunch of games against Haas here in a minute. Do you guys want to see more 2022 today, or do we want to go deep into the archives and see what we got? Ooh. All right, so the G wedge. Okay, we're gonna low T this. So I'm not moving it directionally. This is a bad setup. Reach, I can be a fantasy. I couldn't do that much better. I can't really hit that much softer without risking having to go super soft and short. Wow, that's a ball whiff. Ugh. It's weird not having the 4-wood, but I can get by on this course without it. Sweet, sweet fantasy. Absolutely, Rob. What I had decided was we were waiting until... I'm not letting somebody lose a championship if they had players going in that game. So what I decided was that we're going to give Burrows... The only league that I had somebody matter in, somebody's got a kicker, but he's down by 30. And then another one, it was in my big one, the finals. The guy was down by 15 with Burrow to go in that. So he already had a touchdown and was looking like he was going to end up winning. What we're doing is I'm giving him, if the game was to be played, if we didn't know yet, he's going to get credit for his week 18 stats if you had players going. Otherwise, it was that, or I said I'd chop the winnings between first and second. It's whenever it gets to a hole where I need it, I get aggressive and don't hit it hard enough or overhit it. That was perfect. Yeah, I can't do projected points because we're using sleeper. The projected points on sleeper are fucking dead wrong, always. There's a lot of things I missed from ESPN when it's looking at games. Once everything's already set up to see the games, Fantasy Cast on ESPN is better than sleepers. But luckily, it's a dictatorship. I didn't have to ask anyone's opinion. I told them, this is as fair as I can make it. I don't care what anybody says. And that's it. Wow. I did not think I hit that hard. Doesn't matter. Good. See, that people... That's actually a cool one. I would have loved to do that. I honestly thought right away, like, the best thing to do is week 17 didn't exist and week 18 is the finals. All right, so we're on 13, right? Couple tips right away. Pick your club that you're going to... Okay, so figure out your shot when you're looking at it from this angle. Because this angle, look at... it doesn't look right because of the height of where the marker is on the wall. So figure out your shot from here. Or even better yet, figure it out by reading their distance off of that. So 294. Now, my next choice is I decide, no matter what, I'm moving it all the way this way, right? I want to be as far from the wall as possible. So we're putting it there. My preference is... I agree. I didn't want that at all. Unless the two people decide it, that's fine. But, okay, so we're looking at this, right? We got the wall right here. And I want to play from this angle if I can most of the time. Now, on this shot, I've already moved all the way left, and I'm thinking, how hard is it going to be to get it around the wall? On this one, pretty fucking tough. So now we know we're 1.5 turns this way. We know that a full is basically 2 turns. So we're going to account for that by aiming left a little bit. I don't think from here, this would be a risky shot for me to baby cut it and throw it out because I might not get it around to the 1. So I'm going from here definitely. But now I'm looking and going, okay, that's higher in the air than I think. I mean, that ball is coming up way short of that because we got to judge by this. So we're short with that. So is it a high tee? Maybe. Or can I hit an A1-ish with a 3-wood? Yeah, we probably could. Or do we want to just go with the 5-wood and hit an A1.5 and murder it? It's going to be tough. The shot right now would be a 4-wood, but I don't have a 4-wood. So we got to play this with a 3-wood. Now, God, I don't think I need a 3. This is awfully close. We're gonna hit the 5 here, and we're gonna release it full A, and then I want to barely get it around the edge. But in this case, since I'm trying to get some more juice out of the 5-wood, I'm gonna actually try to get it right in the middle of A and B. I mean, of 1 and 2, so that it will get that snap hook or slice that gives you a little bit more speed. So we'll try it. We'll try it. And I mean, I overhit it. I'm sure I was outside of the 1. So for me there, though, that was a smoothie high tee roll 4-wood, but I took the 4-wood out of the bag. So really, I probably should have played a 3 there. That was actually a really bad look for a 5-wood 3-wood combo because it was like the in between is perfect. But we got a chip though. We'll make this. Wow, we weren't even close. Yuck. So we lost a stroke there. But do you get the way I'm thinking about it? Does that make sense to you, Adam? Or do I need to try to describe it a little better? I did it much better. The verbiage I used last night was much better, or on Monday. Or, I'm sorry, Wednesday. Yeah, I do too, but you don't need it. So that could have been a baby soft high tee 3-wood too. So full, soft, and with the 3 there, I didn't have to get it all the way around, all the way out because I wasn't trying to get some extra snap. But what we knew was going to happen there happened. I knew that would have been fighting with distance, so I had to try to man up on it. And by manning up on it, I put it too far out and it didn't have time to turn back. Where the heck did that just go? Sorry, 1 second. All right. Well, the 3 would be soft, yeah. The 3 would be soft. And I was really trying to be as close as... But you saw, I almost pulled that back around, but that was like as bad of a setup as I could have had. in all actuality, I should have gone with the 3-wood. But nonetheless, you're going to talk through it there. The risk with the 3 would have been a little long. And I guess that's safer because longer is better on that. That's ugly. So, how far into this do you have to hit it? Is that too deep for that? We'll try it. I'm going to try it right now. I don't care. I think it worked. What? Why did that just hit twice and stop dead? That's fucking rock. What the hell is that? Alright, we'll try that again. Yeah, see, I don't understand how people are getting it out of here. That's what mine does every time. How is it? No, see, that's nobody. I don't understand how anybody's hitting it in there and having it come out. Mine's done this every single time. I mean, technically, I would have done this. Yeah, that's probably what I should have done. I was just fucking around there. All right, pins in the back. We're going to play the roll driver, 10.5. This hole's terrible now. Wait, I've hit it to the short left. Oh, you're going to a left one. Okay. Yeah, see, I'll never do that. I was just fucking around. But that's the experience that I've had. Oh, that was you, John. I didn't even notice. I saw the bounce shot. We'll take a stroke limit with it. Nice shot, though. All right, so let's go. Do we want to see older courses for the rest of the day, or do we want to see newer ones? We'll see what we got. How about that? You guys just pick courses I'm going to play. Hey, I'm on gold tees finally. I was on silver tees forever. Uh-oh. We're going to be playing this one for certain. Absolutely playing this. So, we'll start there. All right, so my bag on this is 8.5, 10.5. But actually, I'm going to switch to the 9.5 driver because I always forget to do it. There is one shot on the back 9 that you can drive sometimes, but it's almost impossible with the 8.5. You've got a little tiny gap. The 9.5 is just high enough to get there. And the rest of the course doesn't really matter if you have the 8.5 or the 9.5. The 9.5 also could be used on 17 more if you're trying to drive the par 5, which we'll see how the game's going. I'll try it I'll try to stick it if we're having a bad game, but I don't think we will be. I think we're gonna be clean going into 17 is my guess. A couple wrecks. All right, not drivable. Going is for the champions. backspin, moron. Nothing, dog. Get your song. That's it if it's straight. And it wasn't straight. Nice shot, Mark. Dumbass. Oh, get your song. Oh. All right, we're 344. We got a big gap today, so I don't care about cutting it in. We're going straight at it. Shit. The hood call me Tuesday. Now, this one's an interesting hole. A lot of the times, I want to get a straight line at it. So today, I'm close enough that I can get past that. I can get past. Let me get circles back on. I can get past these two trees right there, and even if I'm in the rough, it gives me a straight line. Anywhere in the fairway, you're curving around the trees. So if you can high tee it and get it past that tree line, it's perfect. Now let's get a flyby so we can see a little bit better what I'm talking about. These trees here. If you can get past these trees, you're good, all right? And we want to end up putting it like in here. And we're back to live. Oh, get rid of that. All right, here we go. Good, good, good. So we're going to nut this. We're just going to pound on it. And look it. Now we got a thumb shot in. You got varied amount of clubs. You got a varied amount of clubs you can use. So you got all the choices in the world here. It's like Oklahoma. Mine is coming sooner. I ain't peaking high school. I'm still out here getting cuter. This is you're gonna find this a lot on Sequoia. On shots like this, you really need to take your opportunity to attack it. So I'm trying my damnedest to ace this, because this course can't eat your lunch, but it can eat everybody's lunch. That wasn't good. Didn't have the tee in the right spot. Yuck. Nothing, dog. Oh, great. I'm glad I've got the telestrator. So you got options here, right? A lot of people will try to bend it around this. It's really not a good spot from here. But if you notice, when I move the tee, I'm going for this gap. That's where we want it. We're going through this gap. We got to win fighting it, but we can't get too clever with this. We can't fight the wind too much. God, this one might even be easier to hit a C3, but it's going to be hard to control the spin when it lands. Let's see. I don't know, man. Especially with stouts, it makes it a little bit tenable, but if this wind was like this with regular balls, it would never fight back to the hole. Not a good look. Not a good look at all today. Yeah, dude, this is a bad setup. This is a bad setup. I'm gonna try it from this way. So the worst that's gonna happen here is I should hit the inside edge of the tree if I miss this, and then I'm in the fairway for a birdie shot anyway. Woof. All right, we got it. That wasn't the best one. That wasn't the best look. I liked it. But after hitting it, we were a lot closer to the tree line than I thought. I feel like that tee box was a lot farther back before. I recommend on this, bite or release, right? Backspin bounces higher, and it has a tendency to bounce that hill all the way down into the water. So bite will slow it down faster than backspin when you land on a hill. I know it sounds goofy, but it's right. I need to know. No, it's fine. I keep hearing something rattling. Yeah, yeah. Now, we got options here, too. We can go straight down the middle. It looks as if the pin is it in the dead center of the trees? But the landing spot is small that way. So do I go around the left with a little cut and let it bounce up? That would work. Maybe a 3-wood A1 backspin. Or we go straight through the gap with a 3-wood with bite or a 10.5 with bite. I'm going to go with this. All right, well, we're accomplishing this course very well right now. This is a tough one. I feel like I've done something by being clean through 9. This hole is drivable sometimes. From the front, from the next 2 tee boxes up, these 2 guys, from these 2 right here. Wow, that doesn't help. Let's try it like this. These 2. These 2 boxes right there are drivable from. There's a gap between the trees. It's a high tee. It takes a pretty big hit. Before, we wouldn't really have tried it without having an outwind. With stouts, you can still try it. It's not good, though. Oh, that's why I was hearing shit. I turned the hear through on them. So otherwise on this one, we don't have any choice. We're putting it up here. We're going to have a 9-wood in, 7-wood for whoever, but this 9-wood's perfect for this. It's the same as the 7 and the 8, really, to be honest with you. We're not getting cute. We're just pushing it up. Not messing with this. You don't want to hit it a little too hard and hit the tree and have it come back in the water, or hit it too soft in the water. So we're not backspinning and trying to make that. Just nut this as long as you can. You'll see the tree line that you're going to go through. You really want to be up as far as you can, because then you get straight lines at the hole. We had a really easy setup today, so that helps. Normally it's a high tee shot for me. Fine. Eagle. Now, again, you may think that the 8.5 is better here. It's a little lower, but generally the distances that you're at, it really doesn't matter. So we're going to low tee this. I'm going to roll it just to have spin on it so it stays lower, but I'm going to release, actually. And we're not going to hit it hard. We're just going to play a little cut right down the center, let the path do the work. If it goes in, it goes in. And that's it. It's a hard one to target the hole on. There is another shot off to the left. There's a gap in the trees. I don't recommend trying it because it's nothing but bad if you miss it. Again, this hole can be drivable every now and then, but not today. We're not hitting 500 or 450 maybe. And I haven't driven that since the Turbo A1's been gone. You can get short chips, but I was wondering now that when I drove it before, was it because I was catching a turbo? Yeah, we're not getting cutesy here either. Stick it and then walk away. That's it. I'm not getting cute with that. All right. Lots of options here. Today, not many. Ugh. I don't like it when it's short because my favorite shot is to skip the water with the driver coming around. It's pretty damn safe. You get a chip every time. When you get this setup, though, it's not that safe. You got to get it around the tree. You could cut it too much and be wet. You could undercut it and have a short chip that is wet if you miss. So it's not, this isn't a fun hole either. And that, yeah. And I don't want to play a full coming in because then I'm slanting right towards the water. So we're going to go from here and try to play the cut just right. I'm high teeing it just for safety's sake and to slow down the check when it hits the green. And I didn't cut it enough. That's fine, though. I'm okay with this. except for the sticky sand. Now I'm way on the wall. Does that get up? Yeah, we should be fine. So this is makeable. And I totally lagged off of that like an asshole because I was scared of the water. Now I'm in worse spot. We're putting it, though. All right, we saved the birdie. That's nice. Where'd everybody go? I got nobody talking to me, man. I need people talking to me. I feel like an idiot talking to just myself. Now, 4-iron would be a great distance here, but I don't want to have that much snap on it to the side. So I'm going to baby the 9-wood, and I got to baby it pretty much a lot. But I'm also dropping my miles per hour down, so I'm not going to get as much of a spin coming back, which is good because that water's back. So I can baby cut this and throw it out. There he is. Loud noise. I love lamp. All right, we got a great look here. So my goal here is well, not always. There is 1 or 2 shots that you can go through a gap in the trees. Very risky, stupid. So we're going to go, I want to get the flyby to go right, but you see that gap in the trees? We're going through that. And you can't really get the flyby. Now, I prefer to play the baby cut and throw it out farther. There are some people you'll find doing fulls on this, and I don't like it because I can't control my speed as easily on a full. So I'm going to back it up. I'm going to play the 10.5 low tee. I hardly have to cut this, but then I have to whip it out a bit. So it's backspin for me. I want that first bounce to bounce as high as it can, so then it goes down the hill toward the green, and you'll see. I'm going to lose most of my spin, though, from how I hit this. So it's a little cut, and then throw it out. I probably could have low teed a 3-wood. I never even looked at the wind. But we got it. We'll take the 27 and walk. And you're going to find that. Anybody that's watching me, you could watch somebody else, watch another. I don't know about Haas, but let's say Haas, if you're watching him on a shot like that, he probably turns an extra turn and hits a full. I would prefer to aim as much at my target as I can, play minimal cuts, and then whip it out. I can change the speed a lot more with that than with a full, because the full that I'm counting on, the bend will change, and it's harder to calculate where your bend is going to go when you're hitting the ball soft. Unless you play a lot of fulls. I don't play a lot of fulls. All right, what do we got next? Let's see what's up on the docket now. Nah. Got the smart lock on my phone. I have it set to unlock when it's in a certain radius of my address, and it just never pulls it right. So it shows me like I'm at my neighbor's house. What was I didn't see what my average score was. I think it's pretty bad compared to some. Some are in the 25s, right? Maybe. Do I have one? I do not have a hidden. You're welcome to someone, Rod, if you'd like. We'll play that right away. What do we have otherwise, though? Dusty we played. Dodge is always a fun one, but it's kind of easy. And then otherwise it's here. Oh! Yeah, see, that's... I mean, honestly, nowadays, if I was to start, I mean, now it's probably 28, but it just doesn't go up very much when you're close to 100,000 rounds, you know? Oh, dude, you can send them for glory, too, Rod. It's fine. It doesn't matter. It's not about the money. I want you guys to get some content. Otherwise, I got to play Don versus Mouth. Oh, I got a couple left of those. Now, remember, this is also calculating. Hey, cool. Wow, that's awesome. Another fucking worldwide record that's a daily game. Don't be scared of those worldwide records. You should probably not even think that they exist. Well, we're playing Adam right now, so we'll go. But yeah, if you want to ship an invite, Rod, you don't have to play for anything. That's fine, dude. But you don't even have to play it then, though. I just don't like playing casual. Or playing just logging in. I think the game is different. I know in the past it was. People say it's not anymore, but I think the drops and things are different when you're playing on anything that's like casual or contest, they're different than prize play variants, I think. Now, the woman I love. Yeah, I was with you, man. No, I played half of them and stopped. That doesn't matter. I played a lot of invites the last 2 days, though. And then I realized, like, all of them in the group that I was in happened to be against Haas. I didn't do terrible, but I didn't make much. It pretty much split the last time we played. Honestly, I think I'd rather play Haas when he's playing on his normal machine than at a tournament, dude. But then you can be... See, that I can't... I think they both have their problems. Because me being playing for much longer, it is so weighted toward older courses for me, back before every course had a par of 30. I mean, years 1 and 2, I mean, my most play was like probably 2009 through 2013, maybe. No new friends. That's very good. So we're looking at, I mean, it depends on if that one par 4 is drivable. But what is par on this? 27? Is it 27? I don't remember. We'll find out right now, because we're going to shoot par or better this game. Cocaine and chilling with your friends. What is... I don't remember what 16 is. I honestly have only played this course maybe 20 times. Yeah, 27 or 28, yep. But if you had somebody who came out in the like Dusty Bend or Jackrabbit Junction years, par on those courses were all so low, like bad. So it would be mistakenly their average score would be way off. And I'll say I mean, I was always, I mean, when Live came out, I was always right there, like, I mean, every Worlds I've made since I started playing, that we had an actual qualifier for, that is, where we didn't get auto bid or picked in. Yeah. Oh, those were the days. GT bullshit. Hey, we're going to do a qualifier that only one person gets in on. Cool, but you're going to play against... But somebody's in the qualifier that we're going to give an auto bid to because he's a world champion before we need to fill the spots. But he can knock you out of the tournament. Huh? That drove me a little bit nuts, to be honest with you. Like, hey, you're in the final 3 and you get knocked out by Kinsler. Okay, great. Oh, yeah, Kinsler loses and doesn't get in, but we're going to give him a spot anyway. What? Then why did I have to play him ever? All right, let's go low T and thumb this. Oh, yeah, 22 or better on your average score is probably pretty good. Yay. That's awesome. Wow, that's what you get. I had backspin on, I thought. Whoopsie. That thing shot. I was like, whoa, do I have super spin on? And then I realized rolled, not backspin. Thank you for not giving me an out of bounds. That's okay. We'll make up for that. There's really not much you don't see on this court like that. You can't just see it and know what you're playing. I like that, and I also dislike it. Like, there's not multiple ways to play a course. I have to say, 2021, I think, might have been the best year of courses ever. We had those for almost 2 years, and I still like playing them because there are always so many different ways you could play a hole. Ah, you too, Jared. How you doing? All right. Fuck. It's a... I'm a man. That's what we should be doing. All right, so now we're downhill, so this is going to change everything with the wind we're playing. It's not as far downhill as you think it is, though. But I think I can still turn right once, go this way, and pretty much hit it straight. Yeah, let's try it. Nope. Nope, that one did not move that one bit. That's so weird. Two top, three dot, blue top. So cold, man, I think I need a flu shot. One time. All right, so now I know that the wind does not nearly play as much on that hole as it should. We're not even close on some of these. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, no. So on those, I'm still gonna try to cut. I'm gonna hit a 4-iron or a 9-wood almost every single time on that. Whether it's a low T 9-wood or not, it's gonna change. But low T 9-wood, the 9-wood is still probably my favorite club. I liked it more even when it was the really nerfed one. Like, I used to use that thing all of the time. I mean, I was hitting it from 140 to 220, so it covered me a lot of clubs in there. True dot, tree dot, blue dot. So cold, and I think well, I guess I'm playing Dusty. Whoops. All right, we'll knock this one out. The crop top. All right, nothing special here. I'm gonna stick with the 8.5 driver. I don't know why. There's not a need for it. In fact, the 8 and the 9.5 might even be better here, but it's what I have set. It's not a big enough difference that it matters. How far up can we get this? No, there's a big lip. To me, if I can get a chush... No, it clears them. I've never hit them. It clears them, no problem, Brian. Obviously, if you're pointed right at the main part of the rock, but where the curve is, where that bend, I think it's over every time. Ah! And the low T9 is, I'm playing quite a bit. If I can get past this hole, this is my worst hole in this course all day long. It's just that sitting in between cut, when it does it to me where I have to come from the left to right to make it the safest, I overcut this all of the time. I think I might try to just land it right by the pin, though. And now that I went to 10, that was also without having a 10.5. So on that shot before, when we were live on this, I would have been hitting a 3-wood there. Even though they're very similar, like, it still scares you when you look at the marker showing your way short. So it's really just optics. Oh. We don't want this to go up as far as we can, or else we get stuck behind bush. So we're going to hit it, stay right next to the bunkers. That's fine. Perfect. And the joy here, too, is you have a backstop. You can't... If you hit the backstop on the fly, it kind of deadens it and comes off, and you're right by the pin. It's a crab jig. Ah, another ugly look. Fine. That's all I'm going for. Not playing too hard, because you baby cut that thing too much, and that hits that silo, and it can kick you right in the water. Or even worse, get you stuck right against the wood. Wow. All right, so we're going to play this for a long putt. I'm going to not crush the 8.5 with bite. I'm going to just hit it up there and leave myself a putt down the long side of the green. And I hit it too hard. I should have backspun it early, but this isn't a bad chip, except I got water behind me. Fuck that. We're not playing with water. We're just attacking. Now we want to get this ball to land. We want to get this ball on that hill, but even better still, the higher part over there. Let's see if we can get a better view of this. Oh, nope. Let's turn once. All right, so we want to be in this range right here. So we get a straight shot in, and it's a thumb shot or a push shot if you could hit it. Oh, thank you, Caesar. Where are you? You're here. All right, we got an invite. I think Caesar got me an invite. Let's see what we get. So that's where I want to put it. I want to be on that hill. I don't want to be too far up, but that hill's great. So we're going to thumb this with bite. Now watch. See, I'm high. I tipped too far. It gave me the 8.5. That tells me that it's through. I think I'm going to hit this first thing, but we might be far enough away. So I'm just going to thumb it. See? Height's perfect from there. Let's watch it one more time and see. Look at that. Height is money from there, right? You see that? We're going right through it. It's perfect. All right, that's the 8.5 driver. Thank you, Caesar. Skeeky. And you're gonna have to get your eyesight right on that line, because if you don't get it to the right spot on the hill, you basically should be content with laying up and taking your birdie. And a birdie on that hole's not bad. You'll see more pars or worse on that because people trying to go through at that, and if it hits there, you're screwed. got some exceptions here. Ooh, a good part. Oh yeah, we'll play some lemon in par 3 always. Where have you been? I haven't seen you. Come on, game. 30. Ah, he's giving me a Petra game, baby. Let's see. Did we win that pure 5 game? Let's see. Oh, I played Shreddy. Yeah, I beat him. Oh yeah. No, that was player of the year. Yeah, that was bad. The ending of that was terrible, dude. I missed the putt on 18. I mean, first we're playing Juniper. He was the king of the hill, and I came through the loser side. We're playing in the finals, and at Juniper 18, I'm up by 2, and he's got honors, and he cans the fucker on me. So I had a little nerves there, but I ended up sticking it, making eagle, and then I'm up by 1 going into Sandy Reef or Cape Haven 18. I forget which one. I'm pretty sure Cape Haven 18. No, Sandy Reef 18, and I missed a flat putt, and then missed a 6-yard chip in sudden death. So it was really bad. I was very upset. But that was like. Dude, those days of that tournament with the player of the year, it is so long. Because the funny thing is, Fox and I were both in the purple bracket in the main part. So we had a really long day, and I lost to him in the purple bracket as well. But it was a long ass day. Because I lost to him on the winner's side and then won like another 4 games. So, and then had to play the main bracket. It was tough, man. It's just a long day. And if you guys get a question on specific hole or shot that I'm in, let me know. I'll try to talk you through them when they're not ridiculously simple that you can see. All I want here is going high tee over everything. And this is another hole where I don't necessarily want to be the shortest possible distance away. Because I want to have a lower iron when I'm fighting through wind. 5, when I say lower irons, I'm considering 5s and on up are lower irons that I'd like to go through. And even a 5 is sometimes too much height. We want to hang this one way out. And normally I'd backspin this, but I'm going to release it. I'm not worried about the height at all. But I am worried that if it bounces a little bit farther left, it could go in the water. And that actually was proven. Backspin might have put that right in the water today. What is that on GoldenTeeTV, or did you find it, or are those on the PGT site? Ugh. What the fuck? Gotcha. I'm happy that got out. That's terrible. I just fucking lost this invite because of that. That was stupid. You could just okay, so this is where a problem. You see, this is a problem. It's pointing you at the wrong green. That ain't right. But those of you who are saying that, oh, I don't mind the offsets. Yeah, that ain't cool. That ain't right. Let's low tee the 5. God, I should have hit the 4 or the 6. I mean, the movement system. So it was GoldenTeeTV's page then. I think it would have been. You got the right kind of wheels. Now the 3-wood, the 10.5. And I think for some boxes, the 9.5 goes, you could get it over this without having to tee it up. And on this case, I think I'm going to want to hit the 3-wood. It stays under the sign, or do I come over here and hit a full in? We're going to hit the full. Yeah, that's what I thought would happen. This chip, though, isn't bad. Yeah, that was a fail. And that's why I don't like fulls, though, because the cuts, you're having to fight. Like, I can't hit the green, really, when the ball's backspin because it's going to snap it all the way over. Bad, bad, bad. Yeah, this is the nose. No. Get that hook and I shoot it off. Oh. All right, so we got Easter. I'm sure you guys want me to play. I'm sure everybody likes Dodge Hills. Dodge City, sorry. That is actually a really fun course. Let's take it down. Let's beat that guy in first. I haven't seen this whole drivable in a long time, but the joy of this is it doesn't have to be. I'm going to put it in the dirt on purpose here because then I have to hit a lower lofted club coming in, and if I can get it straight, it's almost like a long chush. It's going to just go right in, even if there's a little crosswind, which there's going to be a little bit. So now I got a 5, and guess what? That's still probably the right club. And I sprayed it. Oom-ba-doom-boom-bay. Heartbeat burning away. All right, going over the top. I'm gonna just flip the high 4. We're gonna thumb it bitey. God, I like the speed. That felt good. This generally has a good group of people in it. I think this is the group one. Oh no, this is just a head-to-head game. Sweet. Oh, a little harder, and that's perfect. I had the cut just where I wanted it. Oh. Okay, so now after watching that, Caesar, am I skinnier now, or was I skinnier then? Because I think I'm actually skinnier now. I mean, I was probably 250 then, and I'm like 230 now. And when I say skinnier, I mean was I less fat? That's what I mean. Nothing special here. We had a tee box on casual that was better. I really only chewed back then. I haven't had a chew on stream in a while, but I only chewed back then because you couldn't smoke in the bar at all. And I think in 16 I was maybe I wasn't a smoker anymore, but having a chew was like it was like a rhythm back then. I used to put one in at every match at a tournament. But most places now don't care about the e-cigarette, so. Moisture. All right, we're at, see, that's like, this is right where you can make the game super easy. 304. We've got the carry distances at 302 probably for the 5 with the high tee. We got a little wind in the face, so I'm not worried about it. it's wind in the face, so it's not going to roll much after that. So I could just, I don't have to think. I don't have to play a cut. I don't have to try to cut a club down or dumb it down and play around a tree. I could just do this with bite and hit it as hard as I can. And there's no way that this isn't going to have a good result. It just couldn't have a bad result. There's just no way it could. And that's what we're trying to do when we learn our carry distances like that. We want to take out all risk. And now all that you can get is it going in and having a reward. It also tells you on the shots where you do have a risk to reward, what you have to do to not have it be as much risk. 286. This one, I know everything clears. So it's now I'm just trying to make it. And I can't hit this full because this would be over. I could hit this fuller, but I'm going to try to make it. So I'm going to play a little cut, and I'm not going to hit this hard. But I hit it in such a way that there was never that ball wasn't going to fuck me up. The only risk I would have had there is if I hit it a little too hard, I didn't catch the bite on this first bounce and bounce it over. Oh, giddy up. Yeah, I'm going to quit at 5:30. Or just short. I can't start one after 5:30, so we got a couple more games left. Now, this one here, right? Okay, so the high 6 won't get over the building, and it will hit the downslope of the building, and then I'm going to fucking be long and wet. That's not good. The high 5, if I maxed out the high 5, and this is a little bit of outwind, and it's long. So, what do? How do I change that? I'm going to back it up. Now I'm at 304. That's fine for landing, but is it going to trickle through? I have to hit this a little softer, have a decent cut on it. So if I hit this 135, I'm happy. 132 will work just as well. So now the only thing I'm doing is adjusting one factor. Like going, okay, I got to hit it soft. You know your risk is long and wet. If I left short, I'm probably getting a par anyway. So that one, you really had to go after it. And that's one of the holes. Once you get familiar with it, though, it ends up not being very risky at all. So now that you know that kind of stuff, you can then start placing your balls or aiming spots off the tee that takes away the most risk on your approach shots. I mean, nothing special here. We'll just knock it up. And that's the whole thing. If you're playing, yeah, you have to work on putting and chipping, okay, but that's all going to be internal. Once you have the theory down, you're going to figure out what works with you. But you can make the game be so much easier right off the bat, just knowing your distances and working on hitting your max swings. And once you have that down where you can put that up and do it at any given time, you will stop yourself from making mistakes on shots where you have to control your distance. Like, oh, I'm going to hit a 3-wood here, but I got to hit it. If I hit it 130, I'm too long. But if I hit it 120, I'm too short. But I could have just hit a 5-wood as hard as I could, and it was perfect. That kind of thing. And then you'll incorporate the no pullback shot. Once you do that, you learn that your ball can't go a certain distance past it. You're good. Then you don't even have to worry about those. So really, this is all about dumbing down Golden Tee to where you can't make mistakes. And then the difference between you and top players is that they're making some more of those, and they're never missing them. Oh, I thought I'd lose enough spin there that would trickle. But I mean, I hear people going, wow, how do you know, how are you picking the spot so well? That's it, dude. There's no secret. It's not a secret. It's just hammering it, making your max be your max every time. Now, something like this, you can't really play that on because we have to play a cut shot, probably with a high tee, and get it to go on the top tier of this. Yeah, this is ugly. Now, I'm going to go in left to right for certain on this because I don't want the wind to make the bounce follow more with the left 4. I want to fight the left 4, so they're going two opposing forces going against each other. It's not going to move much. So we're going to go over here. Now, I was thinking a high tee, but that's not going to work because a high tee would have been you can't land it on the top tier with a wood with a high T and have it stay there. So we're going to go with this. We're going to almost hit this, pull it back straight, and then we're just going to get it around the tree. And I got bad luck there. I hit the fucking crack. Look at this. It hit directly in the crack, short and on the hill. If that hits the hill on a fly, yeah, dude, I got screwed. No, I didn't. Wow, I thought that was good. But we can make this putt, though. This tier's fine. Right foot slide, left foot slide, right foot up, right foot slide. I'm saying either way, we about to slide. Just get it out here on this. God, I thought I hit a great ball there. And see, that tiered green, the putting on that tiered green is fine. It plays like a tiered green should. It's a tough read to make. I still wish we would render the graphics to make them tiered but have a curve, you know, so that it's not just like a flat line with a flat line on it. It feels very dated to me. Now this one's a little bit different. If I'm looking here, my max with this, a 5-wood high tee, I'd be looking at what? 302. Then we're adding, let's say, a yard for every true mile per hour of wind. So half of that, so 4.5. So we're adding 5 yards. So this ball's landing 305 to 310 without doing anything to it by maxing it out. That means that's wet. So I'm not gonna max that out. Now, do I even hit the high 5? Yeah, probably. I'm gonna soften it up a little bit with backspin. And the other thing I know from playing a lot is if I go long past the green and the ball's rolling, that's rough back there. Even though it's going to the water, it stops on the hill. The sides of the green, though, are very dramatically sloped. So if you go off to the sides, it's wet. And once you get, I mean, and you may be thinking, wow, he's thinking way too much. No, this is already, these thoughts are done instantly in my head. Like, I already can see it like right now. I don't have to stop and talk through it. We're just doing that for the benefit of you. Now, you'll see some shots where we all decide to stop and have to think about it like, wow. And most of the time it comes when you're bending around objects. Like, you can't really determine because your bends aren't going to be exact always. Yeah, saying either way we about to slide. Again, here. What do I make this? I'm going to make this a thumb shot easy. Bite, thumbs. We'll put it a little right, but really we're going to be safe. And that isn't even, I don't even know exact distances for irons at all. I don't know what my carry distance is. I'm just looking at that going, okay, the shot with an 8-iron, I can thumb it to the line. I need it to be short of the line. And that's the extent of it. Ooh. All right, we'll play the clean 30. Yeah, and that's yada. That works, the thumbing, but remember, just pulling the ball back, you're getting a 10% speed increase. So it's basically adding 19 miles per hour to anything that you're doing when you thumb it. So, I mean, if you pull back the ball and you get a straight line on it, it's basically, it doesn't have to be a straight line, but the pullback is adding 19 miles per hour to your swing speed. If you want to think of it that way. So if your thumbs are 85 normally, if you pull it back, that's going to be 104. And I do that too with my cuts. I go up clubs and baby it because I think it's more accurate when you hit it soft on something like that. If I'm hammering a cut shot, when I hammer a cut shot, I have a chance that my forward swing line going out directionally isn't going to be where I want it because the ball will bounce a little bit on the rollers. So it might not directly read. But if I keep it soft and keep it down on it, then I know it's reading exactly. The way that felt. She's trying to ride me like a cruise, and I'm not trying to lose. All right, what do we got? We got this and one more, so let's pick out 2. We might only get one, but No, Summit's going for sure. We're getting the old ones out. I'll play Summit and Monty. That's exactly it, yeah, Dad. That happens all of the time. The cuts. The cuts are bad. Like, cutting the ball is it's why every shot that you have, the first thing you should look for is a no pullback straight shot at it. It's why stouts were so big, because you don't have to have as much aim around it. I mean, if you go through an order of operations on how you're playing the game, every shot, the first thing is, what can I thumb? Or what can I no pullback? Why? Because it's got less variables. You can control, you're in much more control. And same thing, like, take away your variable speed. So where a thumb shot is the bottom edge of it, the top edge is maxing out the ball with the pullback. When you do a no pullback max out, it's a little tougher, but it can still be done too. Like, but I still having to hit it with my palm. It's not as accurate as I'm thumbing it. But that's the first shot on the order of operations. Hail to Godzilla. Yeah, it dumbs it down a bit, and then obviously if you're going to want to get really good, you still need to learn all of the other shots, because there's times where you don't have a straight shot that you can thumb at it, right? You just can't, or you have to cut it, or you have to play an A1. I mean, and that's to max out scores, really. Louis V carpet. Louis V carpet. And then, just like everything else, you got to do a risk analysis on pretty much everything we're doing. Okay, I want to see something here, because you could get a ramp on this bounce sometimes. So I'm not going to high tee it. I want to see if this will ramp with stouts, because this technically looks like a line that if this ramps, I'd have a shot at getting this on. So we're doing a full A. Nope. Trying like ice road truckers. I look like a villain out of those blockbusters. Ooh. Yeah, see my thumbs, I'm not aiming them out right now. Ugh. Monster out on the dance floor, Louis V carpet. I'm about to set trip, vacation plans. Okay, so the risk is long. Let's go about here. It's a bit flyer. Like when you hit someone flyers. Oh, good. We got a straight shot at this. So now, okay, let's use it again. We got a 12 in my face. It's pretty level, but it's a little uphill. And it's uphill to the green. We got to down something, right? So my landing with this, I'm probably going to land this ball no more than 300. Then I'll let the 7 take it down the hill. So I can go high tee. I could release it, but then I think I'm bringing it over the edge. We're going to hit it with bite. And I'm just going to nuke it. This is going to be perfect. And like I said, I could have released it, but there was no risk there whatsoever. Just nuke it and I'm good. Now, if I needed to make that shot, I would have had to go, okay, is a release going to get it to the hole? Maybe. Do I need to hit a forward and let it go right at it? No. Well, random tees would do it, absolutely, Brian. What mode are you playing in? Oh, 3 contests in a row on HE. Yes, that's just random tees. That's why contest sucks. The leaderboards you can't even look at, because random tees isn't even the same random tees if you're on like You don't. If you do random tees on your HE at a contest game, then it's not even the same random tees as if somebody else in the contest gave you random tees. I know, that's silly, right? So it's part of the reason I don't play those very much. But that's 100% random tees. If you were playing prize play or an invite, well, you wouldn't see a leaderboard on an invite. But then we would know that what they did that fucked up the flag pointers for a lot of these holes also fucked that up again. On Rod, if you've went through my putting things, the way I putt is not how I would tell someone to putt. Pulling back on a putt only hurts you. It only hurts you because you do not get a distance boost by pulling back on the putt. But your goal on putting should be, if you are a thumb putter, you have a distinct advantage with how putting is. It's an issue, to be honest with you. But putting is... For me, putting is more feel than that, and I can't thumb putt for some reason. I'm not that precise when I'm looking at the hole. I can't get it that way. So that's just my rhythm with it, and it's how I keep my hand on the ball, so I keep through it, and I get an accurate reading the whole way through. It's not how I would tell anyone newer to playing to putt, because it's a negative. Pulling back on putts is a bad thing. But if you want to get really crazy, I came up with a new metric that I'm working on. And let's go here. I'm going to put a link to an Excel file up in a second once it loads. Max carry distance every club. And I got to figure out which one I put it under. This is it. Good. What the fuck is going on here? Come on, connect. There we go. All right, so I've made a new metric for putting. All right, so here's the thing with putting, Rod. Your MPH on your swing, it changes the amount you can hit it by how far away you are on the hole. Sounds cool, right? Yeah. And that would make sense. And that is directly linearly related, meaning like that if you're a 100-foot putt, your max is, let's say, 35. If you're a 50-foot putt, your max is, let's say, 25. And they follow the same path. But that doesn't make sense to me, right? Because some putts will come up. There are obviously putts that you hit that sometimes they come off real soft, and sometimes they're going right through the hole like they're going real fast. What we would call turbo putts back in the day. Well, I came up with a new metric, and I'm calling it power putt percentage. It means that each distance, every foot you're away from the hole, has a difference in the max distance that the ball can go. Your miles per hour is consistent, but the max distance the ball can go is a waveform, and it goes up and down. So if you look through here, you'll have those putts, and I know we've all had them, where you have like a 70-foot putt up 10 that you can't get it to the hole. But you have a 75-foot putt that you get it to the hole no problem. And that's because of this waveform. And I started plotting it out, but the problem is it was really hard at first to figure out how to get that number, because you don't see a distance that your putter goes. You only see the distance of the hole. It doesn't tell you if it went 100 feet. It doesn't tell you that it would go 100 feet. So it's really kind of interesting in there. And actually, I don't get too involved because putting, based off of some of the stuff that I was working with Jim. You dumb fuck. You're such a dumb fuck. I'm a dumb fuck. All right, good thing it backed up and I can get on. Oof. But we were going there, and the putting's going to get revamped sometime in the future. Whether it's now or years from now, ugh. All right, this is a bad setup. We have one option. We got to try to put the ball in between the two houses here. And that's going to be that. I'll probably hit the bags machine. Okay, that's perfect. Now I'm in the fairway. We're at a good. That's great. Now we're good. So, but yeah, the putting stuff. And remember, that is all based off of hitting dead straight putts. The only thing you could do on a pullback is lose distance. You don't gain distance when you pull back a putt. It's the exact same if you pull back or don't pull back. If you have a straight 180, meaning that your line going backwards is the direct inverse to the forward. But that's almost impossible to do. So every time I pull back, the ball's coming off the face slower than if I didn't pull back. Because honestly, the perfect 180 is almost theoretic. The perfect 180 is almost theoretically impossible with how the readings are done with that. Yeah, but it blew my mind once I started coming up with that. And honestly, the putting number stuff is part of the reason. It's one of the things that made me say I need to get back. I need to go back into school to remember all of this old calculus and trig that I used to know like the back of my hand. All right, we got ice, so we're gonna hit the shot. No, I don't know. Yeah, see, if I go down and try, like, you could drive this occasionally. We're in a bad tee box for it, but we got an outwinder. We got a frozen pond. If I try to do it here, I'm going to be in like a heavy rough with the pin up top with a big wind in my back. So we want to be in the fairway so we can control this ball and let the spin bring it up to the hole rather than trying to stop it right there. So now I'll have a cut shot in. Yeah, we'll go with this. And I didn't hit that as hard as I wanted to. I kind of whiffed the ball, but it works. The biggest thing I can tell you with putting, Rod, is find what's comfortable for you and then repeat your motion all the time. If you're going to thumb putt, thumb putt. A lot of people pick their aiming points on here by using the ticks or letters for it. I'm not that meticulous with it. I'm all feel, and that's why I still do my pullback. See, my theory was why I didn't want to thumb putt was because, okay, we're looking at this as variables, right? If there's two variables you're trying to make equal to each other, that has to be less accurate than having one. So if I'm thumb putting, I got to make this and this work together, and that's two variables. But if I'm putting with my palm, it's just this one. And in theory, that's right, but there's also some things I didn't even calculate into it. It was like that these micro twitch muscles in your hands are much more accurate than your whole big muscle group from your shoulder. I still way better at putting with non-thumbs. There's no way I can save you. All right, we got 10 minutes. We're going to burn through one last game, and then I got to go. Oh, shoot, I got a hold up. 327, 14 in the face. I'm thinking I can just nuke a 3-wood. It has to be a 3. I can't hit a 4 that far. Yeah, this should be good. And it was. I just didn't play the cut enough to fight the win. My chipping has been bad right now. Like I said, though, I'm a little jittery from new medicine. Oh, my God. We just gave this away. Wishing and wishing me. That was an easy setup, too. All right, one more. In fact, I'm not even going to play an 18. I'm going to play one more event, and then I got to go. Struggle with me. We're going 3 better. We're going to get 3 hole-outs this time. Events, yeah. And then here's one more. Here's one more spreadsheet for you, Rod, if you hadn't seen it. I also calculated all of the club carry distances with high, medium, and low tees. But it had to be all the clubs that were only on... they were only the ones that were on the PGA so far, so I couldn't use a Build-A-Bag for this. That's got all the clubs that you can have as natural bags. They're not Build-A-Bag ones in there because I have to do this on casual when calculating it. Because I'm kind of stopping the game from moving left or right. And that would be cheating, and I don't want to be a part of cheating. You know me. Turn the O2 into the O3. Come on, baby. One time. I needed regular backspin. I was scared, though. Scared. There's a lot of bad things that they're wishing on me. You love me. No, we don't have a lot of T-box here. This sucks. Damn it. Didn't fight that enough. I thought that would bounce and check towards the hole a little more. Nope. Damn you. Didn't have a big enough tee box to just thumb that straight, so I had to move it. I had to try to aim it. Take my horse to the altar. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Burns in the back. Fuck. My God. Nobody tell me nothing. Can't tell me nothing. Ain't nobody tell me nothing. Ah, that's short. Ah. All right, let's get an ace. We got an ace coming right now. Come on! Fuck! Snap! Let's go for it. Wow! Ooh, I thought I hit that. I thought that would land a bit farther out, but it almost didn't get there. Whoopsie. Yeah, we're going for it. Fuck it. We're going whole out. Wow, I can't even get any points, guys. I said 3 better. I might... 3 better points than 0. Let's get at least 3 points. My God, bad. How about? How about? All right, so I'm in last place clean. That's good. Let's go. You're messing with my family. My God. Yeah, I am. Get him, Lemon. All right, so this could change now. Everybody could screw this up. Oh, it got Mr. Bradwell. One time. Yeah, we got no accuracy right now. Messing with my family. All right, let's see. This looks like one that might bring everybody back together. Oh, I'm not... You know what? I was hitting the wrong clubs on most of these. I thought I was on my par 3 bag. I forget that it changes whenever it wants and I need to look. Ugh. All right, we're going to try to make it. We need to make it to make anything on this. I didn't think well, we'll take the clean round. Yeah, 4th place. And that's going to be like 20th. But, guys, that's going to do it for me today. Thanks for sticking around for a Friday night with the mouth on Word of Mouth. I love you all. Have a great weekend. Go out, play some tee. I'm going to go check out that Freaky Friday tonight and see what we got. We'll see you guys out there on the courses. Peace.